You realize more large, more steady by most. We're ever ready like a battery. Charged, I'm worth the alkaline. Yes, the mystery is solved. So seeking to find these words I've given extreme and out given with a godsend. A maxim out of time. Yes, the wizard cool teeth and I'm sporting my rhyme. Cause we're
filled like this to see one of the originators of what we love, and that is the hip-hop culture. Now, in hip-hop we've got four elements. You've got the DJ, the rapper, graffiti artist, and breakdancers. Alright? But I believe there's one more element, and that's the fifth element, which is the fan, the supporter of hip-hop. Without the fan, we're nothing. We stand on the shoulders of giants. Alright? So is there anybody else here who loves the art? I see a b-boy right here, right? Other b-boys, rappers? Okay, guys, when I got into this, I fell in love with a movie called Beat Street. Check your history, it's one of the most prolific films you'll ever see. But before Beat Street, there was something else. Now there's a lot of younger people here. Now I'm an old ass man. I've got to drink water because of my throat. But your generation, when I say that, I'm speaking about people who refer to the 90s as the golden era of hip-hop. There were groups who brought you into hip-hop, the same way Beat Street brought me into hip-hop. The unfortunate thing that we found now as we've got older, and as old men we demand recognition, time has shown the more popular people who are out there and the culture love to be the forefathers of the scene. But that is not the case. That is not the case. Taking nothing away from my crew, Downside, they're a great group, but Downside gets recognized as being the founders of Perth hip hop. This magazine, and I hope you're all going to get one tonight, it's $20 out of necessity, was brought out of necessity to let you know that in the 80s is when Perth hip hop started. Guys like DJ Triple D, Mega Mike, B-Boy Maze, High Five, all these guys were doing all of this and set a foundation for Downside to build upon, for this room to be filled. So as that happened, we had Africa Bambaataa, who was the Zulu Nation. Y'all know Africa Bambaataa? Yeah. Zulu Nation? Yeah. That was the benchmark for hip-hop to start. Peace, love, unity, and having fun. But before Bambaataa was a man called DJ Chips, DJ Grandmaster Flowers, Electric God, Fantasia. Block parties were rocking, setting the foundations for what it is we now today love. So we can bitch and moan about not getting recognition, or we can look at the strength that hip-hop is now. It's the #1 mainstream selling media slut out there. You know what I mean? It's in everything. We've overtaken country and western music 8 years ago as the biggest selling music form per unit. That's hip-hop. It's in everybody's culture. So me, I fell in love with rapping. That was my thing. DJ Cut Nice, he fell in love with DJ. I'm watching you tonight because we've got some b-boys in the house. They can be breaking. And the only problem is we can't graffiti on these walls or else you see the fourth element. All right? But as the fans, guys, as the fans, you are the most important thing to keeping this culture not only pure by coming to see the origins of where it all started from, but making sure we go on so we don't hear that shit that we heard in the 80s of, oh, that's rap crap. That'll never last. It's a fad. Blah, 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 blah. Well, here we are. Here we are, 2017. Perfexi, 30 years later, still rocking it. DJ Chips, 122 years later, still rocking it. So folks, tonight, if you have any questions about the origins, there's no more perfect a time than to throw it at DJ Chips. He'll be opening the mic up, having a bit of a questions, answer sort of a thing. Ask anything. I know after this, I'm going to be picking his brain. But as for what we do, nice, let's show him why we love this, man. Yeah, surprise me with something. Check it. I don't need no special effects, just to move ya. I flex from the least of perfects, we'll just move ya. Take the Panadol and see your lab will soothe ya. Or come and see the technician, and I'll do ya. With the smooth style from the tip of my tongue. You know the chosen one has only just begun to prove that the prodigal son is the one to never leave the job of ripping apart half done. See, I do what I do, cause I do what I do. And if it wasn't your head, man, I bet you would too. Cause this is my lifestyle. It's all I know, I'm ready and willing anywhere to do a show. And if you wanna battle, come on and try it and watch me tear this little place school into a riot. Damn you little punks, what made you think that I wouldn't attack? So don't even think, cause I'll be there when you open your eyes. Cause I never compromise on alibis. And just when you think that the rhyme is over, I switch on the mic and do it all over again. Cut nice, cut it up one time, my friend. So yo, you can tell I love hip hop, but the fact that you're all in this room, I love all of you too. No homo. Alright. So folks, tonight we're gonna have half an hour of question and answers, and then DJ Chips is gonna play a set for you, 2 hours of the most abstract party rockin' beats that you ever heard, which built everything that we know. And remember, it is done out of necessity. Thank you very much.
How you going? Sorry, man.
Do another one, no?
Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Cut Nice on the wheels of steel. Now keep your hands moving, and put a special welcome together, and welcome to the stage, DJ Chips, Fantasia.
Kill it. All right, my man here, Perfexi over here. Before I get started, I want to get some shout outs. I had to bring me a cheat sheet, you know what I mean? So I remember a lot of stuff, so I'm not meandering all over the place. But I'm giving a shout out to Mega and Triple D, my Carlton brothers, and special Cut Nice, who turned me on to Serato. They actually helped me to Serato when I came over here, because I was fooling around with some bullshit. Virtual DJ thing at home. He said, "Yeah, we got the Serato here, Chips. You know, you come on, show you what to do." So, I'm so happy to have met this guy. Also, shout out to Corby and Flex at Fremantle Radio. They interviewed me on Saturday, and Tim also, who works there, he interviewed me. And a big shout out to Nick Shepard. Nick Shepard, who runs Elroy clothing store. I was there at Leaderville Festival, so he asked me, come into the shop. Play some 45s for him, and I just blew the guy away. He was like, wow, I'd never heard those records before. So he was really ecstatic about that, The people of Perth are like fantastic, I really have to say that. The hospitality, the sincerity and the honesty that I've heard from the MCs and the former DJs who came up to me and talked to me. It's been overwhelming, to say the least. So when I go back to the States on Thursday, I say, yo, you gotta come to Perth.
Yeah, what up?
Perth, that's where you go first. Before you check out the Australia, come to Perth. You know. And also a big shout out for Rosie for hosting this big event. So as you can see, that's a picture of me in my youth, in my 20s, from a club that was playing that called Promoter Manor. And photographer who was there, caught me in the middle of a mix. You can see now I'm wearing glasses, but that's okay. So why am I here? Why travel all the way from the United States to come to Perth? Well, back in 2014, I have a website, djbrooklynlegend.com, and I had the foresight to document everything I did. I have photos that you can see later on, and I have flyers that people back in the States, they're fiending to buy them. One flyer I sold to one guy was like for $1,000, and that was like some artwork I did myself. So I get, were you willing to sell this one? So I'm waiting a while, let the price go up a bit. So anyway, I was checking my email one day, and I get this email from this guy named Mega Mike. He said, no, I saw your website, we'd like to interview you, we're trying to do this magazine. So I was like, okay, so he gave me the questions, and it took a while for the magazine to get going, for a while, but it finally came to fruition, and he said, yo, you gotta come to the magazine launch, that we're having. I said, well, I can't make the magazine launch, but I'll come over afterwards. So I came over afterwards, and because he was like, guys tell me, man, that guy's not coming over here, man. He lives in Brooklyn, wherever he's living right now, he's not coming. I said, yeah, he's coming, man, for sure. So I gave him some good credence, All right, so let's get started. Back in the States, there's a big debate still going on. Where did hip-hop begin? Was it Brooklyn? Was it the Bronx? Because there's a link between the two of them. I didn't come here to, say, oh, no, it was in Brooklyn. All I'm here is to present to you my information, and you come up with your own conclusion. But had it not been for what's happening in Brooklyn, hip-hop, the influences from Brooklyn fed over into the Bronx. So that being said, so let's go all the way back. In Brooklyn, we have this major parade, Labor Day parade. It's a West Indian Day parade. It runs about 6 miles long along the stretch called Eastern Parkway. So during that festival, all the DJs in Brooklyn will come out with their sound systems. And we're talking sound systems, the kind of sound system where the bass will punch you in the chest. That's how strong and powerful these systems were, especially from the guys who were playing reggae music from the islands. Because if you don't have, reggae music needs bass, so the bass cabinets they had were very powerful, and then the American DJs, they caught on to that and they added that to their systems. So the first DJ that I came upon, who was a legend, his name is Grandmaster Flowers. He was before Grandmaster Flash. Let's not get confused. He was before him. He took that tag from Flowers later on. So I saw Flowers, right? And he was the first DJ I saw mobile DJ that had his own light show. They had these sequence lights and everything that would go back and forth, and his mixing and everything was like phenomenal. Matter of fact, one of the mixes that he did back then, I practiced today. Now, during that time when I saw him, DJ thing for me, we were just me and my friends trying to make some money. Give a little party, I would be the DJ, my friends, they didn't really do anything but party, I DJ. And at that time, I didn't even have a mixer, but a friend of mine named Ray Wiggins, he said, you plug in one turntable into the phono jack, and then you plug the other one into auxiliary, and you just turn the knob back and forth when you want to mix. So I tried it out at home, and it worked. It worked. And so later on, we would call ourselves the Grandmasters. That's what we started out with. And then I saw this flyer that said Grandmaster Flowers, and I told my boy Larry B, I said, look, it says Grandmaster Flowers. We can't use that. We can't use that name anymore. We have to get that one out, you know, because everybody's gonna think we're biting off of him. You know, so